Hi, my name is Vita. Welcome to my channel. This is Hippie Hub, where creativity meets sustainability. And you're already seeing what I made today, and I'm going to share how I made this. But I'm playing this video in black and white because I do have to leave a little bit of suspense. So let me just share what's going on in this video. So I've been collecting leftover scraps of fabrics from my previous projects, and it usually piles up with time. And I felt the need to kind of go through all of it and work through it and really decide if I'm going to keep it or use it or do something with it. And this usually is just one of those fun projects where I can just play around without a lot of pressure and see if it works out. So let me guide you through my sewing process. Here we are. So I had this underliner of a dress that I previously cut off. And I also had this orange fabric that I cut off from also another dress, and also the other green fabric that needs trimming to make it even and align it. So I kind of thought, why not create slightly quirky maxi skirt? So I attached the green fabric after I trimmed it to the bottom of the orange fabric so that creates some crazy ruffles. And this white fabric is going to be the underskirt for this skirt because the orange fabric is completely sheer. So again, this is pure playing around experience, and I'm kind of winging it and going with it and without feeling too much pressure, like I was saying. And in the end, we'll see if it really worked out or not, and what I like and I don't. So to start, I am going to fix in my elastic band. Now, in the past, I used to pierce like a thin elastic band into the waistline after I created a fold. But with a thick elastic band, I prefer preparing the elastic band before I sew it in. And the reason why is that I feel like I can align it slightly better. So that way I can pin it exactly where I need it, so it's not too thick. The gap is not too bulky. And then I just sew right next to elastic band. For now, I'm not sewing onto the elastic band. Right now, I'm only creating the fold, so I can slide the fabric around to just do a running stitch straight all the way around. And then after I do that, I shift the fabric to the sides to make sure the elastic band is aligned, kind of like that. And then once that is done, I stretch the elastic band out to the max, and then I do a running stitch all the way around on top of the elastic band. So that way it stays all pressed in and neat. So I do 2 stitches on this thick band, and that creates like a really solid, nice waistband for the maxi skirt. Okay, so this fabric was the original top layer of the dress that I cut off, but this fabric is so sheer and so fragile. I thought that maybe I should change my mind and create a mini skirt, adding it on top. But then in the end, I did change my mind because I was fiddling so much with it. I realized that the fabric is so thin, and if I just sew onto it, it's going to probably rip. So we'll put it to the side and scratch this detour. But you know, that's kind of part of the creating process. You go with it, and then you're like, oh, maybe I should do something else. And then maybe I should return back to my original plan. And it's all good. So I'm going to use the overlock machine to go over the bottom of the skirt. And that way I'm going to secure the ruffles right away. And there's not much ruffling happening because the green fabric was already kind of like going wider as it was. And the width of both fabrics were kind of the same. So there's not much ruching happening here, but it will still create enough of that kind of like flowy vibe at the bottom. So now that I have this underskirt fixed in, I'll keep that white elastic sticking out since it's a patchwork entertainment anyway. And I will just attach the orange fabric on top of that skirt right under the elastic band. But first, overlock to secure the fabric from fraying. And, you know, maybe it could have been easier to do this part before I completed the elastic band sewing, because then the fabric wouldn't have been so ruched up. But I also wasn't sure if the elastic band will work out with this fabric, so I did it this way. And again, I'm not telling you an exact recipe here of how to do your sewing and your patchwork. I am a homemaker. I am self-taught. I create, I make things up as I go. So I'm basically always saying that I'm sharing my ideas, I'm sharing my process. And if you do find something you can learn from and get inspired, that's great. If you want to learn specific exact sewing details, I guess I am not the one to teach you. But hey, here we go. So as you saw, I pinned the fabrics together, and now I am sewing it all the way around with my running stitch. By the way, the sewing machine that I recently bought has been so nice to work with. It feels like I am sewing through butter, even when I'm sewing denim. It is such an upgrade, and it was definitely needed for me to get myself a sewing machine that is not most basic quality, but something a little bit better, like a heavy duty one. Okay, so this bottom of the dress. Okay, so this was a vintage dress that I really liked. I tried selling it, but nobody bought it. I cut it up because I have made a top from the top of the dress in previous videos, but then I was still left with the bottom part. And since I'm already sewing skirts in this video, I figured why not try and turn this into a skirt too. And this doesn't fit me, it's too small for me, but I'm just going to do a skirt just in case somebody will be tempted. So the lines are kind of twirling sideways, they're not going completely straight, and it's small, it's kind of almost like a candy cane thing, and I don't know if that's intentional or just like an error of sewing. Who knows, but I'm gonna give it a shot. But I think that as a skirt, with the buttons opened in the bottom, it could still be quite charming because I do love the white and the blue combo always. And some funky stripes also can be entertaining. So with the elastic band, I'm literally doing the same principle because it works for me. If you have a better way, a more comfortable way how you add your elastic band, go for it. And there we go. And it really does work. Just like stretch and go over it to make sure that the elastic band doesn't flip and turn. You know, it can be very frustrating when you're wearing trousers and the elastic band is not fixed in and it's kind of twirled and twisted inside. And the more you wear it, the harder it becomes to unfold it and to flatten it. So here is a perfect solution. And I think that since I got myself some thick elastic bands, it's been an upgrade because it does make the waistline a lot more pro looking than a tiny little elastic band. And I'm also just doing a little hand stitch in between the buttons on the top so the fabric doesn't open on the hips. So this is the bottom of a denim skirt that I cut off. And I figured, you know what, let's try to make a skirt. It has a split on the side, really high split. So this skirt would probably be either like a beach cover up to wear it over the bikini, or to wear the skirt over thick tights or leggings, or even on top of the trousers underneath a cardigan, just to add some fun look to it. You know, the creativity is yours. Now, like I will demonstrate, I already at the beginning did, but in the end I will share it in color. I did put it on just as I was with a simple top, and it is making like a very sexy vibes. So I wouldn't wear it out myself, but I just wanted to put it over and show you how it looked. But I can imagine, you know, some young ladies going to the beach, still like making it look really cute, because it is revealing, but it is elegant at the same time. I just think I'm in past my prime for that kind of outfits. Even though I was never into too revealing outfits myself. Like I said, if I was gonna wear a mini skirt, I would wear tights with it. But for videos, I often demonstrate it without tights, just because it's so much faster when you film a video at home instead of having to make like 100 changes. I just use that one item that I put on to demonstrate. And here we go, the same principle. I did change the thread for this sewing. I think I had a white thread in there before. So I changed it to black because I didn't have the perfect matching blue or the perfect matching denim orange. Okay, so these jeans I bought in Montreal, they were very funky, but they were ripped in all the wrong places. But I loved the denim that was patched up like that, and I thought I can do some fun things with it. So I cut off the back and I cut off the inseam because that's where the rips were. So I'm going to use like a piece from a leg for the back and some extra little patches to put it together and to turn it into this crazy patchwork mini skirt that, again, I didn't even think I can manage to squeeze into it, but I somehow did. And again, it's really tight on me and it's not something I will wear, but but it was fun to be able to put it on and just, you know, check in that the shape of it works, and it does. So that's all good. So I pinned it together and then I will just go over it with a sewing machine. Okay, this is the final pile of scraps and patches and leftovers from a while ago. Some of these fabrics were being cut up bit by bit, and some of these clothes were damaged. And so I'm going to use this for the top. I'll remove that top part and I'll straighten the bottom here. And there's this crossover that will be kind of like a pocket in the end. So I cut up all of these pieces to turn it kind of usable. And I'm going to start layering. Ideally, the heaviest and the largest amount that I have will go in the bottom. So I had this brilliant idea to rewire my overlock and to replace it with a multicolor rainbow color changing thread. And I think it's kind of cool. And because I often sew different kind of random things, it kind of works. And here it is in color. I really like the skirt. I think it's super fun. That's the kind of skirt I would wear. Now this one, like I said, it doesn't fit me, but hopefully will fit someone else. And this, I actually like how the colors turned out. I think it's a fun fall skirt. It is warmer fabrics, so we'll see what we do with it. Maybe I'll try selling it. Maybe I'll try wearing it. We'll see. And this one, okay, I know I look like a Barbie trying really hard, but it was actually the opposite. I was too lazy to put tights and leggings on, and that was all I had. And I put a filter over the video, so consider it my leggings. And I think that's all for today. Okay, thank you for being here with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support. And by the way, I only need about 20 followers on my Instagram page to pass 1,000 followers. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet and you would like to support, please find me on Instagram. My account is Hippie Crafts, and I will love to see you there. I post daily stories on my Instagram account of everything I sell or bring to the shops. And yeah, give me a like here and there. I would love that. So see you next Monday, 10 a.m. Thank you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.